welcome to livealittlehigher.com. We continue learning the book Tomer Devorah, which is the 13 attributes of mercy of God and how we should emulate these attributes. And we're entering into the 11th attribute. And the Ramak, Rabbi Moshe Cordovero, says that the name of this attribute is called kindness to Avraham. Hesed li-Avraham. So those who, we know that Avraham Avinu represented the attribute of kindness, of love and kindness. He was the most loving, kind person that there has ever been. His whole life was dedicated to help others, to help other people, to believe in one God. And he had a tent where in the middle of the desert where he was always feeding people. Every traveler that came through that tent ended up coming in, and he would give them food and nourish them with not only physical food but with spiritual food. And we see that this Avraham was a person that went beyond his obligation and beyond had no boundaries for kindness. And so this attribute teaches that those who go beyond the boundaries of their obligation, as did Avraham Avinu, Hashem also treats them beyond the boundaries of the law. Hashem does not exact from them the full extent of his justice. Even in the correct way, he treats them even better than that as they themselves behave. So a person that's kinder than what is necessary, when he is a person that goes beyond the letter of the law, Hashem not only goes beyond the letter of the law with him in kindness, but also in justice. So when a person is so kind, and he's a person that is, I'm talking about a person that dedicates his life to helping people, who takes time of his day where he could be doing things for him, and it's okay that he would be able to take time for himself. It's allowed. It's not that it's not allowed, but he goes beyond the letter of the law. When this person does something that is not 100% good, Hashem will just not judge him in a harsh way, because this person goes above and beyond the letter of the law. Hashem will be merciful, and he will repay in the same way. So we see that we too should act in this way. A person should be righteous, correct, and just in his dealings with the people, but he should go beyond the boundaries of the law with those who are good and pious. So it's saying is that yes, we should be righteous, we should be correct people when we deal in business, when we deal with people, we should be righteous, we shouldn't be harming people, we should be taking extra effort not to harm anybody. But when you see a person that is exceedingly righteous, like a person that's dedicating his life to helping other people, with this person in particular, you should be extra patient, you should be less judgmental, you should be more merciful, and you should see him as esteemed and beloved to you. So the book of this book, actually, the elucidated Tomer Devorah gives a good explanation of what this midah means, this attribute, and it's giving the example of a family that's sitting in their table, and they're having lunch on Shabbat. And suddenly they have the window open, and this water is falling on their food inside, it's falling inside the table. And they go out and say, it's so strange, it's not raining. And they go look out, and they see that the air conditioning of the neighbor that's on top of them is condensed, and it's throwing water on them. So there's nothing they can do. It's Shabbat. They cannot put a bucket to bring this water into the bucket. They have to close their window. So it goes like this for a few days with a bucket in the window, and the wife starts getting a little antsy, and she tells the husband, "No, you should call them and tell them to fix the problem. Like, they have to put something that's gonna drain that water to another place and not fall in our house." So the husband tells the wife, "Well, I don't feel so comfortable. You know, this man that's our neighbor upstairs, he's so busy helping other people. He's always helping them find the doctors and raising money for people who need money. He's so busy. I see him in the street walking. He's always with the phone. He's always helping somebody else. He has no time. What am I gonna bother him with the AC? You know what? I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna say I'll fix it for him." Okay, so he calls him and says, "We're having this problem. Do you mind if I take it upon myself and I'll fix this so for you?" And the other man says, "Yeah, thank you so much. I feel so bad. Are you sure I can do it?" And this other man, the neighbor, says to him, No, you're too busy. You're helping other people. I don't want to take you out of helping other people. I'll take care of it." So at the end, this person that took care of the thing had the receipt in his hand, and every time he tried to see the person, tried to give him the receipt, but he never had a chance because this other person was so busy helping other people that he felt, "You know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take him out of this. I'm gonna pay for it. Forget it. I'm gonna forget about it. At least I can do something for somebody that's doing something for somebody." And at the end of the day, this drain that he put that came into the ground, beautiful flowers came out of there. So this is the source of this attribute, is that when people generally conduct their dealings with others by standards of what is right and fair, but go beyond the dictates of fairness when dealing with those who are specially kind and good, Hashem sees this as, and likewise shows special degree of mercy toward those who are special and merciful. So for example, this would be like if you see your mother and she's cleaning the house for Shabbat and cooking, and she's busy with the baby, and she's doing and she's doing all day for the family. This attribute would be like a son, a nice son that would think, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do something nice for my mom. I'm going to put the table for her. I'm going to set the table for her. I'm going to do something for her because she's so busy taking care of others. I'm going to help her a little bit." And this is the source of this attribute. Especially, it says, when you help someone that is very busy helping others. And so we see from this attribute in the Tanakh, that we see that Avraham Avinu, he had his nephew Lot, and Lot was not a person like the one we're talking about that was busy helping other people. He was nothing like Avraham Avinu. He was nothing like his uncle. Nevertheless, he was kidnapped by the 4 kings, and Abraham didn't even think about it. He went to save his nephew. So we see that he went on a rescue mission, and the Tanakh talks about these 4 kings that were very mighty, and that the Midrash tells us that the constellation of Tzedek shone upon Abraham in his battle. Tzedek comes from Tzedakah, from justice, and represented by this constellation, argued on Abraham's behalf. And it says, if Abraham dies in battle, who will give tzedakah? He was telling to Hashem, you have to save Abraham because he helped so many people. You have to help him. And in this merit of all the goodness that Abraham did for other people, that he really went out of his way to help others, great miracles were performed on his behalf. And this dirt that he threw at his enemies because he didn't even have ammunition turned into arrows in mid-air, and it really killed all these troops, and he was able to save Lot. And when Abraham returned, the king of Sodom went out to meet him in the valley, where many, many nations gathered to crown Abraham as their leader. On that occasion, we see that Melchizedek, which was the king of Shalem, Melchizedek was actually the son of Noah, Shem. He brought bread and wine to refresh Avraham and his followers who were exhausted from their battles. And Melchizedek blessed Abraham upon his success and blessed Hashem for granting him success. And blessed is Abraham to the supernal God, master of heavens and earth. And so we see that something that Abraham did for all the people, at the end when he was in need and he needed to save his nephew Lot, who didn't deserve to be saved, Hashem, because it was Abraham that was immersed in this battle, saved Lot because of Abraham. So this attribute really is showing us the importance of kindness, of being a kind human being. And Abraham's mission was actually to spread kindness throughout the world. And he spreads kindness even to the guilty, helping them return to do the will of their Father in heaven. And he was generous even to those who were unworthy, and thus inspiring them towards teshuvah. And all these are the traits Hashem exercises through his attribute of kindness. And Abraham stood in place of these attributes, spreading Hashem's kindness throughout the world. And so we see the importance of Hesed, because kindness purifies the souls. And as it says, and it's understood better in the light of the Zohar, that compares the purification of souls after their passing to the kashering of vessels. So when a person is kind in this world, it is as he's purifying his soul. And his Yetzer Hara is being purified. Because yes, if we go by justice and fairness, we're not going to exercise kindness. That's the truth. We cannot be so judgmental. We have to really go with kindness. And we see it ends up here saying that the importance for a person to control his Yetzer Hara is to perfect himself with the Midot Tovot of kind people. That we have to work on being kind and to stand up to the test of life so that he may merit goodness and blessing in this world and the next. I saw something incredible in one of these Instagrams this week of a man that went into a coffee shop and he had a yarmulke, he had a kippah on, and suddenly he was thrown out of the place because he was a Jew. They didn't want to serve him coffee. The owner of the place said, "No way, get out of here, you're a Jew. I'm not serving coffee to a genocidal person." And everybody was just like watching how she threw him out, and he was so humiliated, and the people there were just watching. Nobody did anything. And he comes out, he's almost in tears, and suddenly this young guy comes out, a young boy, with a coffee in his hand. He said, "Sir, I bought you a coffee." From all these people that were there, one person emulated this attribute. And so that person, whoever he is going to be showered with a lot of kindness, because this is the way he behaves. So in the sehut of his mercy, Hashem is going to be merciful to him without looking at what right he does, what wrong he does. It's just going to be merciful. So let's be merciful. It's a one-way ticket. There's nothing to lose by being kindness. My father always used to say, "Do good and don't look to whom." This is a Colombian saying. Haz el bien y no mires a quién. Do good and don't look to whom. Just do good. If you have the opportunity to be kind, be kind. You're not the judge of the world. Hashem is the judge, not us. And at the end of the day, when we're kind with people, I mean, kind is if you see someone that is hungry, you feed them. If you see a person that is being persecuted, you help them. If you see a person that is stranded, you help them. This is what kindness is. And Hashem is gonna be extra kind to you. One kindness you do, He gives you extra points. So let's remember this, and remember, live a little higher. Thank you.